Hi everybody,
Hi everybody.
welcome to our very first video blog on our new channel entitled Bonded Together. And I'm Troy,
I'm Gilbert.
and our last name is Bond, so that's how we came up with the name Bonded Together.
Bond.
Um, so we are obviously a gay married couple living just south of Indianapolis. So we wanted to share a little bit about ourselves. Um, I am originally from Illinois. I grew up close to the Peoria area. And where are you from?
And Mexico, Veracruz, and a little town, Catemaco.
10 years ago, we
Mm-hmm.
met at a gay campground here in Indiana, pretty close to where we live.
Mm-hmm.
I was there with some friends, and Gilbert came on a day pass, and I had stayed the weekend with my friends. And so we were on the pool deck, and I saw Gil with a couple of his friends getting in the hot tub. I got brave enough and decided to go over and introduce myself. So got in the hot tub and just started talking. He didn't know that I could speak a little, well, I could speak quite a bit of Spanish. So,
Yeah, claro, Latino.
so we hit it off right away, and thankfully that day I asked for his phone number.
Mm-hmm. I
Um,
remember that.
and but then I said, like, where do you live? He lived like 2 hours from me, and I'm like, how is this gonna work?
Mm-hmm.
But we managed to make it work, and from that very first weekend, we started going to each other's houses on a regular basis pretty pretty regularly every weekend. I did go down to where he lived, and we went to a nature reserve.
Mm-hmm.
So he showed me around there, and we smooched a
I
little bit.
show you.
We smooched a little bit when nobody was looking, right?
Yes.
Like this. That was kind of our officially started dating at that point. 2 years down the road, and I was like, um, "Hey, what do you think about getting married?" Of course,
No, 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 no.
yeah. Well, he was not. It
No.
wasn't something that he was really thinking about. Kind of went back and forth on the topic about whether we wanted to tie the knot or not. Plus, gay marriage was not legal yet.
Mm-hmm.
This would have been, you know, late 2010 that we were talking about it, or early 2011. But we knew that Iowa was one of the Midwestern states that actually allowed it. We just decided we were going to do it. So we took a carload of how many people with us?
Yeah, my close friends is coming with us.
Yeah, we had about what, 14, 15
14
people?
people. Yeah.
And we took two minivans, rented them, and we drove up to Iowa, Dubuque, Iowa, and stayed at a pretty cool bed and breakfast. We rented the whole place out practically.
I remember I called my mom. Mama, I think she's married. What? Yeah.
Yep, he called his mom, and
Oh
she was
my God.
pretty like surprised, right?
Yes, she's
Of course,
surprised.
on my side of the family, I couldn't tell anybody, and I'll get into that story later of my coming out story. Mine's pretty long and drawn out, and it didn't go well. So none of my family knew, and we kept that very private. But at least Gilbert's family was accepting from the beginning. Yeah, so we drove up there and got married on April 8th, 2011.
2011.
We just had our 8-year anniversary. So that's our kind of our marriage story. We can go into some of that in more detail maybe in a later video. As far as my personal story, I'll just tell a little bit. I grew up in a very conservative independent Baptist church and attended Christian school from the time I was in second grade all the way through college. And of course, I knew from a very young age that I was gay, but
Mm-hmm.
that is not something that you would tell anybody, of course, because it would get you in a lot of trouble. Ended up going back to my home school and church, and actually a new teacher was starting the same year I was teaching there, and I was like, oh yes, this is my answer to the things that I've prayed for to get rid of this my same sex attractions, right?
Oh.
Yeah. And long story short, ended up marrying her
Oh.
in 1992. I played the part. It wasn't like I didn't have feelings for her. For any of you that have been in that situation, you know what I mean. You know you could still love somebody, but not have that physical and romantic bond that you would have with someone that like you do now, because it just fits correctly. That's how I'm programmed. But we ended up having 3 kids, and I don't regret that at all. 3 beautiful kids, and it's been tough for them. They've been told a lot of negative things about me and about Gilbert, which I'll get into later in some of my coming out story.
I know how kids.
Yeah, Gilbert doesn't have any kids, so he's got
Okay.
stepkids.
Yeah. 3.
Yeah. But then in 2006, I couldn't keep it bottled up anymore, and I finally told my wife, now ex-wife, that I was gay, and that did not go over well either.
Terrible.
Yeah, lots of trouble. It was a really dark time. But anyway, I'll get into more of that in a future video. Very thankful that I am where I am today with Gilbert. Like I said, it is night and day comparison to being married to somebody that really fits. You know, we love each other, and it's just very different. You know, when
We are more strong together.
yeah. Do you have any story you wanted to share about telling some of your family just a little bit?
My brother, he called me. I remember in December. I don't know if it's 24, December 24. He called me because in Mexico, and we celebrate December 24 is more important for us. And my brother, he called me, and he asked me, I know you when you go more far away for our house because I know who you are. They go, I said, oh my God, tell me where I am. It's, I know who you are. But it's no matter. You are my brother. I love you wherever you are. So I make him cry because I never tell the truth of my family. But when your family they know you not married, you're the last boy no married, no you know how girlfriend. They know, but they not asking you. So and later, she said, "Okay, my mama, you need, she need talking with you." I go, "Okay." Oh my goodness, I don't know what to say. So when I talking with my mom,
Because you grew up Catholic, right?
yes, I
Okay.
don't know.
You didn't really
No,
practice.
no,
Okay.
no. And I talking with my mom about my situation, about the I am gay, and both cry because she's sad. I very sad because I tell her I told you the truth of face to face because I scary. I I think if I tell the truth of my mom about the I'm gay, maybe she no love me. And my brothers are, it's no matter. My brother, nieces, nephews. I don't know. For me, more important is my mother.
Mm-hmm.
I am a father. I not telling nothing because never live it with us. Never, never.
So now, but after you got married, or after we got married, um, they've really taken me in as part of the family.
And all my family, he love him. This is very nice,
Yep.
man.
I've been able to be there, what, 3 times?
3 times. All
And
my family, he love. All
treated
my
me
family.
like royalty, actually. Which, sad to say, is not how it's been for my family um, with Gilbert. Plus, they do not they do not recognize our marriage at all on my side of the family. I was going to mention to them that you can notice that Gil's got a very thick accent still.
Yeah.
So it might be a little bit difficult sometimes to understand him. So I'll try to interpret sometimes. In our house, we pretty much speak Spanglish, I would say.
Yeah.
A combination of Spanish and English together. And that works fine for us. You'll hear that in our videos from time to time. So apologize for that. But sometimes I'll jump in just so you can maybe get the gist of what he's saying. We also are excited that after marriage equality came in 2015, as a binational couple, we were kind of stuck. Even though we were married in Iowa in 2011, the federal government did not recognize our marriage in order for me to sponsor him as my husband. So we were like, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
So, we were just so thrilled when marriage equality passed across the whole United States on a federal level, because that meant then I could sponsor him as my husband, my spouse, and get him his green card, and then 3 years later, which was just last February 2018, he became a United States citizen. So it's just one thing after another of excitement in our life, of things that we thought were impossible. Looking at the landscape politically and thinking there's no way I'm going to be able to sponsor him as my spouse. What are we going to do? I'm going to have to move to Mexico so we can live together. But thankfully everything worked out, and it's just been it's not always been an easy ride, but it's been a great ride together with Gilbert, and I wouldn't change it for the world. What are some things that we like to do? We like to watch movies together.
Yeah.
We'll go to the theater a lot and watch some of the blockbusters.
Shopping.
What?
Shopping.
Oh, shopping.
Shopping.
Yeah. He's
shopping.
the shopper, and I am not. What else? Cooking.
Yeah.
You like dancing.
Dancing. Yeah, dance.
We'll definitely share.
I love dancing.
Yeah, he's a good dancer. He's like, no matter where we go, he's like the best dancer on the floor, especially with the traditional Mexican dances that they do. We'll share some of those later.
No.
In some of our future videos. Yes, we will.
Okay.
And we're really starting to travel now, which has been exciting. Like I said, we've already been to visit Mexico 3 times, and that was the first time I'd ever been out of the country.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, we've gone to what states?
Ohio, Minnesota, Wisconsin,
New York. We went to New York City in 2010.
Orlando, Florida.
Took him to Disney World, which was awesome.
Los Angeles.
Yep.
Chicago, Kentucky, St. Louis, Missouri.
Right. So we've been quite a few places in the United States. So we're just getting our international feet wet to go places. So we're excited about our very first cruise coming in July. And
We'll tell you now,
later. We will make a video on that, no doubt, right?
47?
Yeah, he's 47 and I'm 50.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
3
definitely.
years, not different.
We also have 3 fur babies that stay with us. I don't know. They're
Delgado, Daisy.
Delgado, Daisy are
Dexter.
2 Chihuahuas, and then Dexter is a Pomeranian. One at a time.
This
Here's
is
Delgado. He's what, like 6 or
Big
7 years old?
7.
7?
Yeah.
He's
Chihuahua.
Yeah, he's a nice
Es mi
Chihuahua,
niño.
but he can be mean.
Sometimes.
He can be
Es
crabby.
un crabby.
But
So crabby.
Gil had him before we were married, so he
Okay.
bought him. Oh, there he goes.
Escucha.
Uh-huh.
Mm?
Yep. Come here, Dexter.
Come on, Daisy. This is my baby.
There's
girl.
the baby girl.
Dexter.
No,
No,
Daisy.
Sorry.
She's the girl, the
This is
only
my
girl in the
baby.
family.
You say hi, honey.
Say hi to everybody, Daisy.
Hi, everybody.
And this is Dexter. he is my baby Pomeranian, and he's what, going on like 13 years or something now.
Yeah. You have 4?
Yeah, Daisy's like 4 years old.
4-year-old.
So she's the
It's a baby.
baby. But she is in charge, right? In Spanish, we say she's the jefa.
La jefa. Es la jefa de
La
jefa.
jefa. That sounds like heifer, but it's not.
La jefa del sur.
Yes, jefa.
Jefa.
But we love them and take care of them, and they take care of us, as you know, all of our pets do. Dexter just got his hair cut. He's usually super fluffy, but he's getting older, so we'll let them go down.
Ya estás viejo, güey.
We'll let them go take a little nap again.
Viejo.
So anyway, I think that's all we'll share for tonight.
Yeah.
We will be making future videos and getting to know you guys more. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button, and yeah, and then click on the bell so you can get notified when we upload new videos. This will be probably a rough video start because we're brand new at it. Sorry, a little nervous. But hopefully we'll get better at it as time goes on, and hopefully that we can be an encouragement to anybody out there and share our lives and maybe be entertaining in the meantime too. Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Okay, guys. Good
Adios.
Night. Adios.
We'll see you later, right, baby? See you later. Have a good one.
Right.